You're gonna have to help me pronounce these names because I don't know any of these names.
I don't either.
Oh, then we'll just apologize beforehand and not say any of the names.
We'll try to make our way carefully through this.
All right, hello everyone, and welcome to another CineQuest videos. We're going to be doing a review of the most recent Godzilla film, Godzilla -1. I am not familiar with Godzilla too much. I mean, I know of the terrible Matthew Broderick. Excuse me.
Terribly amazing.
Terribly amazing.
You're
not excused. I'm not going to say that.
Oh man, that was totally not intentional.
I'm not going to say that at all.
Now you're so polite. Right?
No, I know you would like it. Yeah.
What can I say?
Is it the P. Diddy soundtrack?
I mean, that's more of like a teaser, really. I'm honestly there for the professional himself.
Matthew Broderick?
Yes, Ray. That's what I. God damn it, Ray.
All right. I am familiar with the most recent Godzilla films that have come out. I am not familiar with any of the original Japanese type of Godzilla films. They always look too silly to me.
Because they are.
And they are. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're intentionally meant to be that way. But
it's enjoyable or whatever. It's a very, very old franchise.
I've never really seen them.
1954.
Was that the first Godzilla movie?
Well, I'm not sure if it was a movie or like a TV mini-series or some such.
Albeit to say, Godzilla's been around for a long fucking time. All right. And
I've always enjoyed it, pretty much.
I mean, I haven't had a bad time watching a Godzilla movie, except for
They're not. I mean, it's just mindless entertainment.
Yeah.
That I've pretty much always enjoyed. Did you ever see? I think I remember one of the cartoons that followed. No. That I think it sort of loosely followed or continued the plot of the Matthew Broderick series. I forget how many.
Are you telling me they made a cartoon of that? Like,
correct.
Why would they do that?
I don't know, but I watched it.
Although from what I hear, it's like the worst looking Godzilla.
Yeah, I mean that's what I guess is agreed upon. If you had to pick of all the ridiculously different and weird shit Godzilla does, little variations and stuff. This minus Godzilla or whatever is pretty nifty.
This Godzilla -1 does take place in 1945, just after the end, or just near the end of World War II, which is a nice period to, I guess, have this movie. I mean, I wouldn't want anything too modern. A bunch of phones out.
Yeah, our main character is a suicide bomber.
Kamikaze pilot.
Well, I didn't.
It's appropriate.
If you want to pronounce or mispronounce that as best you can, Ray, I guess.
Well, that's what they say, right? It's a kamikaze. I mean, I'm not going to say it in any other way. It's kamikaze pilot.
Mm-hmm.
A self-unaliving pilot.
So he failed self-unaliving pilot.
He basically doesn't follow through on his duty, and has kind of shamed himself.
He feels shame for his
amongst all that guilt, Godzilla shows up.
He's got so much severe survivor's guilt, though. Like without ever having actually done anything for some reason, it's always just like, "Yup, there goes your family. Yup, there goes I don't know, your potential family, or there goes your."
Mind you, he does
hometown.
He does get some blame from like a neighbor of his regarding the fact that he didn't die or.
Yeah.
And there's a point in time in the very beginning of the film, prior to Godzilla appearing, when one of the mechanics says like, I wish there was more people like you. But I don't know if he was saying that sarcastically, or he meant it that like maybe they shouldn't be like doing that kind of stuff.
What scene did he say that in?
It was the very beginning, like just when he lands on the little island.
Wish there were more people like you.
Yeah, he's like sitting down by the water.
Yes.
He's like, there should be more people like you, like having to die with honor, quotation marks, as the subtitles told me.
So
I mean, I can't. I don't know the tone of Japanese, the way they speak. I mean, I don't know any of the language.
Well, not drama.
So I mean,
I guess
I don't know. Right. So I'm not sure if any of the translation is like completely accurate, but
you can sort of like.
Take it
I mean, they seemed pretty easy enough to follow for the most part. I wasn't annoyed or confused or like, I guess I didn't get tired of it, even though it ended up being what I thought to be kind of a, kind of a long movie. It was, oh shit, no,
Hour and
it
25
just
minutes.
feels like it was a long ass, ridiculous movie, I guess. It kind of drags a lot.
I don't think so.
No?
No.
You don't think it's like just, I don't know, to me it's, well, like, there were a lot of mixes of references to other horror movies or thriller, I guess, movies maybe that I thought I saw in that movie. For example, the easiest one when they popped that mine into Godzilla's mouth and shot it with.
Like a Jaws reference,
Right.
it's
So
possible,
and
yeah.
the other, I mean, there just seemed to be a lot of those for the most part. It kind of gave me the impression that it followed like a lot of classic plot direction and scenes. If I'm not mistaken, like shit. I probably am, but like there was quite a bit of CG as far as like the Navy ships and battles and stuff goes, right? But what'd you say?
Yeah, I'm not.
It was decent, all the same.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to the way it was. The CGI was presented.
w-
Godzilla is all CG.
as not that I don't actually know how many total films and or like media is in the Godzilla series stuff, but I've seen a few, or I guess quite a few here and there over the years, just as noise. And that being said,
Are you? In general, are you a fan of Godzilla?
well, yeah, I said
Godzilla films.
Yeah, for the most part, I don't. Really
But you're not
keep
like
track
a hardcore fan, because there's like
No.
it's almost like a cult following out there for Godzilla films.
I'm sure there's some.
There's podcasts that are dedicated strictly to Godzilla movies. Hell, there's podcasts dedicated to strictly shark movies.
Let's look up some Godzilla parody porn. You say what? No.
Is that real? That's
I'm
not gonna be
sure-
real. I'm pretty
I'm
sure,
sure
it's
it
real.
is.
Yeah, it's gotta be somewhere.
Or someone's already thought of it. But anyways.
But overall, for this movie, Roland, I did enjoy it a lot. It had more drama in it, which probably turned you off just a tad.
So I
did
guess
it?
the reason I felt this movie was so much longer, and I could have sworn it was when I asked you what time between. I guess I didn't include the commercials.
Yeah, we didn't include the
ended up
trailers.
sitting
Yeah.
in the movie for so damn long, in total. But they sort of gave it like too much of a slow building development to the movie that bugged me. Yeah, all that touchy-feely crap.
I knew it. I saw it on the fucking screen. I was like, this motherfucker is already. He's feeling emotions and he's getting turned off immediately.
Boring. I kept trying to like.
You have to give the guy, our antagonist, like some kind of like arc, like.
Sure.
Because he feels the guilt for like backing out in the war, which is very dishonorable.
He's basically cursed. Like if you were to put this kind of plot as actually happening to someone instead of this ridiculous fucking movie, Godzilla.
That could be like what
haunts this motherfucker.
This could be like the Book of Job over here, like God is Godzilla coming, just taking everything away from him, and he continues on.
Okay.
I'm fucking spitballing
Jumps through. Who knows? Maybe the director is Jesus here.
Maybe he's a religious man.
Could be. Pastor.
No. But like to get to the real meat of this movie, like Godzilla. What do you think of Godzilla?
I really liked how they depicted it. Or him.
He seemed a lot scarier this time around, more vengeful,
feral, pissed
angry.
off. Yeah,
angry
like
Godzilla.
that. The eyes were really, goofy kind of looking, but it was still just constant pissy.
He was pissed off.
Laser face. I really did like how he charged up, and like they made it all fucking weird with its spines and stuff shooting out and glowing and just like, and then all the little weird things that it could do was just like, just die already.
I will say, I don't know how you felt, but I did feel bad for the people in the movie because like they're just rebuilding from the war, and then Godzilla comes and just lays waste in minutes.
Yep. Well, they woke it up, I suppose, or had just finished. if anything, right? Because
Yeah, because I know they showed like a portion where like the bomb went off and then like his eyes a little and they opened up and he's like, "Meow." So I'm assuming Godzilla, and as far as the lore is concerned, he is sleeping. He's like in a slumber in the water somewhere.
yeah, I think so. As far as the way it generally goes, it
He's
just
like the like equating to like a minor level Cthulhu, you know.
pretty much it does do. If you look at some of the ridiculous crap that they've actually had it do in other movies, it would have to be basically either it's just like a Godzilla's superpowers or something. It's not worth your time, Ray. Just ridiculous as hell. I would never want to go back to it, but I do still enjoy it.
Just overall, I say I would like this iteration of Godzilla, considering I haven't seen very much of Godzilla over the years.
Yeah,
Just whatever is thrown at me, whether it be an American movie. I've seen a few Japanese Godzilla films.
that
I didn't have a bad time. I just think they're a little bit more ridiculous because I mean, they've kind of been parodied throughout, like just the way,
the way it's
like you
been.
have a Godzilla shows up and he's like in a costume,
Oh well,
and then like
yes. It's
what was
got
that fucking movie? Oh, I think it's that John Cusack movie, One Hot Summer or One Wet Summer, something like that.
okay.
Where Bobcat Goldthwait is stuck in a Godzilla costume, and he
Oh
goes and stomps over like a to scale city, and he's been doing the Bobcat Goldthwait,
yeah.
and then he's like his little rubber feet are stomping on everything and shit. That's the first thing that comes to Godzilla is that image, and that means I can't really take it too seriously. But this Godzilla was a lot more threatening, a lot scarier. This seemed more like a horror movie than anything else because I mean I do like monster movies,
That's what I really enjoyed.
and I very rarely get
Gave me
to
that.
see one that I do like as much as I did like this movie.
And it really was that. That being said, though, it really wasn't that too. Well, it didn't seem like they really needed to go that fucking crazy with it necessarily. How much was? I was just trying to check out the budget really quick.
Budget's $15 million.
15 million, and then they pulled back
So
in
far, it's made
30.
$38.9 million.
I call it like getting it upwards of 40, easy rounding. I'm lazy. I don't know.
Oh, I mean,
That's
the
not,
demographic for this movie is like people like us, older, maybe like parents that have shown their kids Godzilla movies. Usually, like kind of like trickles down in the fandom.
This could happen to you, kid.
Yeah,
you don't
right.
watch your shit. We'll leave you for the.
Don't mess with sea
lizard
creatures
gods.
because they'll come and kill you.
Yeah, stay away from the beach. Stay on land where it's safe.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find why. I mean, what was the motivation or direction they were trying to go with naming it
Oh, -1.
-1?
Yeah, that's the one question I have is the title Godzilla -1. I don't understand what
Gojiro
that means.
-1 is kaiju film. So yeah, they're just straight up throwing it at like horror kaiju film.
Yeah.
It seemed okay. So
It's
the
just the
37th,
37th fucking
yeah,
Godzilla movie.
in the franchise, and the 33rd this particular company has done. So shit, I
so
think I might
they're-
want to check out, try to see if
Yeah, check out the rest of those type of films.
how they like sublet them further past that, because holy shit, 33 films.
I mean,
Four of those. So.
I'm not sure if it's coincidental because I'm not too familiar with the back end business dealings when it comes to Godzilla. But we have this one Godzilla movie that just came out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then there's another one coming out, the King Kong Godzilla.
The TV series
Is it a series?
on Apple TV.
Okay. Well, I mean, is that deliberate? Like, is
Yes.
there a reason why
Well, it's
Japanese come out and
sorta-
then we American? Like, is that we have some kind of like agreement
Oh,
with
I don't.
how Godzilla movies are made and how they're released and stuff?
I don't remember, so I have no idea where you could.
That's too much research that we're not willing to do right now.
Yeah, absolutely. No, none of that for now. But at the very least, I can't. There's nothing there that really says anything about why or what the idea was going for.
Well,
with
I mean,
that shit.
what more can you say about a Godzilla movie? I mean, it's this. We want to see giant monsters fight. That's what we got. We got a giant monster
It was
causing
pretty cool.
destruction. So, I mean, I personally liked it a lot. It's probably one of the better movies I've seen this year, as far as even the horror monster movie or like any kind of drama movie, dramatic film. I think the actors did really well. If you're someone with a hint of emotion, you might actually feel for the characters, unlike yourself here, who finds a hint of emotion somewhat boring,
gassy.
Yeah, he just needs to fart.
I feel much better.
You fart all those emotions out, you'll be fine.
Yep. I mean, I don't want to. I'll just keep all the farts in forever, and just build them up and.
Till you explode.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, explode with emotion.
With motion. That'd be the death of me. So yeah, perfect.
Yeah, as a tear rolls out, you're gonna hear just a long ass thin fart coming out.
Squeaker.
A squeaker with a fucking
cracks all the windows. It cracks your glasses.
Yeah, and then at some point or another, some really hard vibration of like the wettest shit you've ever heard in your life.
Oh come on! I was gonna say like it was gonna be like a dry sort of.
No man, it's gonna be wet. The end of it with all those tears backed up, it's just simmering for years.
Ah.
Yeah.
Marinating.
Yeah, and then once it ends, Roland will be no more.
Exactly.
You'll be like Leo the Fart from Last Action Hero. Leo the Fart will pass gas one last time.
I would have rather gone out like Chef from South Park at least.
You know what? You want to go out like Chef? Go ahead. Shit yourself endlessly.
It's realistic, right? Yeah, what do you mean endlessly? It's just like one big exit shot. You know, just.
Oh, you think it's gonna be quick?
No, it's not. It's
no, you're literally gonna simmer like the fucking, like Leo the Fart in the tar in Last Action Hero. You're gonna be drowning in your own liquid
that's
shit.
Exactly what I was gonna say.
Drowning in your own liquid shit. No, you're gonna drown in your own liquid shit.
Damn it!
So much so it's gonna cause some kind of like huge bubble, and then it's just gonna fall in on itself.
Yeah, like a frog's throat, just bubbling until I suffocate.
Yeah, you'll be dead.
But you could save me, Ray, if you want me to just.
I'm not gonna do that.
I wouldn't want you to risk yourself, Ray.
Oh, I would. I'm not gonna risk it either.
That's good. That's good. Someone needs to survive to tell the story of how my last words, I curse you.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna be like, all right.
Yep.
You wasted your breath cursing me for no reason.
That's all I had left.
I'll be fine.
We'll see. I hope.
Enough of the fart talk. What about the soundtrack? Did you like, Roland?
I mean, it just sounded pretty cool for the most part. I think it was just like a lot. I just remember a lot of like orchestral stuff. But
you know, every time it does that,
it was a cool little like weird off Jaws theme sounding silliness.
Right, but you know what it always reminded me of? Every time I heard that very dread and like low Jaws? Baritone kind of thing going. No, from Charlie's Angels, whenever that Sam Rockwell that starts dancing, they introduce him as like the villain. It goes bum 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 bum. It always seems like it would like transition into that, but I mean that's just me though. And I know you didn't like the sad music at the end.
It was mostly funny. Like I was hearing that just like really these like it's what how do you describe those like operatic high voices? Is it falsetto or
falsetto? I guess I don't know, man. I'm not a singer, so I have no idea.
Well, anyways, like just a lot of that like coming at you all at once, and just it gave
and you
me,
wanted
like,
to cry.
Oh yeah, with laughter mostly. It was like a sensory overload, and so when I reached that point, I just like it becomes a joke to me. It's great, but also
emotions
ridiculous.
Gotcha.
So I mean, I did like from what I could remember, I actually really liked the soundtrack or the scoring for this.
All right.
Probably have to like read. Maybe I'll find out later on what the shit they had going on with
Godzilla minus one.
Yeah, the name. If anybody like maybe knows and you want to bother commenting, like doing me a solid. That'd be fun.
I don't know too much about Godzilla, so what does Godzilla -1 mean?
Who, yeah, like anybody like listening out
Can
there
anyone help us,
that would
please?
like to consider yourselves a bona fide. What was this website I was just looking at? Wikizilla on two legs yourself. Help me out.
Good for you.
Wikizilla, that's right.
All right. Overall, Godzilla, would you recommend going and watch this
Sure,
movie?
man. Yeah, I really say I have to say overall I enjoyed it. I kind of went in with very low expectations.
As you do every movie.
Well, I mean, like this one was maybe kind of actually very low. I hadn't seen or looked up anything about this other than like a few.
You're going primarily by
comments.
name, Godzilla.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Just
And
gonna go watch
that
it.
you know enough people didn't say that it sucked balls. Like, maybe.
Dude, I'm looking for the suck balls reviews.
Right.
I couldn't find any.
No, parody porn. You lied to me.
All right. Well, I enjoyed it a lot. I think the drama was gave some kind of balance to the monster destruction going on.
Yeah.
Godzilla was kind of scary this time around. Usually, if I see Godzilla, he's either I've seen
Sure.
not calling it too much destruction, but like he's more helpful
Yeah.
fighting other monsters, right? And then he goes off into the sea, and they're like,
It's
"Bye,
the anti-hero.
Godzilla. Bye, Godzilla."
Yeah, he's like a super cranky lizard who might just want to.
Yeah, he just wants to go to sleep. He's kind of like you know. Like sometimes you just want to sleep. You're probably cranky and shit. You're right, Godzilla-esque.
Yeah, sure, Ray. Why not?
All right. Well, I do agree that you should watch this in the theaters if you can.
That's a long way of saying that.
You know,
Thank you, Ray.
and that'll be it for CineQuest Reviews Godzilla -1. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Support us any way you can. Any of the links below. We'll see you next time.
I think you only have like 1 day left
Do they have 1 day left?
to watch Godzilla in theaters.
You said that already about 2 movies, and I don't know where
this
you're
is
getting
the
this
two.
from.
This is this one and
Napoleon.
Yeah, and that was pretty much it.
We're recording this December 6th, and we'll see if that is
Either way,
holds any truth.
I'll-
But regardless, I saw Godzilla.
yeah, it's great.
I mean, if you can stream it, also if it actually does leave the theater.
Cool.
All right,
Well,
so
hoping it
next time.
does. See, I tied it in there just in the end, like the rug.